Of course, this makes pretty much show as we are live before Lady United's kickoff against FC Cincinnati at TKL Stadium, sitting with the at TKL Stadium. Tyler, Tommy, Henry with us as always. Should we get to the breaking news, guys, or should we get to the lineup first? What do you think?
I don't even know where to start, dude.
We got just get
I
to
don't
the
even know where to
lineup.
start.
We got to do the lineup because right before we went live, like the three of Henry saw it first, and when you saw his eyes, like you looked at him and said, and like I was like immediate worry.
So, on that note, let's give people lineups here. This is on MLSsoccer.com. So, pretty much the official. Cooper Sanchez is starting. Let's go ahead and not raise the lead there. Cooper Sanchez. I'll go back to front. Hoyos in goal. We do that. Baez getting the start. At left back, there are Calvin, Hernandez, Saba, Alzate, Otto at the 6. Cooper Sanchez is starting. And then Alex Lot, Miguel Amaral, Alex Moran on the bench for Atlanta United. I guess, Henry, we'll start with you. What are your initial thoughts?
Surprised, confused, unsure about how any of this is going to go. I mean, Cooper Sanchez getting the start is unexpected. I mean, we're talking about a guy, a kid who has barely had any first team minutes in competitive play. He came in as a sub a couple of times last season, but before that, we really haven't seen a sample of him in MLS, and he's going to go against a very tough Cincinnati side that just came from a big CONCACAF Champions Cup win over the weekend or in midweek.
Against
yeah, and besides that, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, because MLSsoccer.com has it as a 4-4-2 with Latte Lat and Miggy as dual strikers. I think it's probably going to be closer to the 4-3-3 that we saw in preseason. You'll probably see Tomas Jakob drop into that 6, Alzate Sanchez as the 8, and then you'll probably see Miggy at the left and Saba on the right. I think that's probably closer to what you're going to be seeing on the field. But yeah, the rest of that, Elias Baez is getting the start. He only started training on Tuesday with the team. Pedro Amador isn't even on the bench. I mean, look.
Yeah, we'll try to get the scoop on that to hear about what happened.
And yeah, Alexei Miranchuk being on the bench is, I guess, the big news as well. Obviously, one of the 3 DPs that Tata insisted is complementary with Miggy and with Latte Lat. And if he is complementary, well, I'm interested to hear from Tata after the game. Why is he not starting? Is it a fitness issue because he was day-to-day throughout the last couple of weeks of preseason, or is there something else there?
Yeah, you mean so? Let me jump in real quick too. So on top of that, I think so. First of all, Tata just totally blew my prediction for the lineup out of the water. Totally ruined everything.
How many did you get wrong?
Like well,
80%?
Let's see. I had Hoyos, I had Hernandez, I had Mihai, I had Alzate, Jakob, Miggy, and Latte Lat. So I got 4 wrong. Definitely didn't expect Elias Baez to just jump right in for sure. That's wild to me. And you know, I've been hyping up Tristan Miyamba as being this guy that has just done amazing in the preseason, and I mean he has. But for him to not hit the starting lineup, that's intriguing to me because your midfield consists of a very young kid in Cooper, and so for anybody that's out there that has said, "Oh, well, Tata the first time around, he didn't play the young guys." Well, he's doing it now. he's definitely proving everybody that he's here with a totally different set of circumstances than he had the first time around. And that's cool. Like Cooper, you know, when I was out in Dallas during the Red Bulls match, me and one of the comms guys were saying like, "Hey, Cooper, you know, we've been talking about him for a while, but he looks really good playing against," and this was in the second half when the Red Bulls had a lot of fresh legs out there. So, you know, I'm happy he's getting the chance. But I agree with you, Henry. I think this is going to be more of a 4-3-3. Lineup sheet doesn't quite match, but
Right.
Saba out there, Miggy,
Yep.
Latte Loth, like there's a lot going on in this lineup for sure.
Yeah, let's get Tommy's thoughts as well. What do you think, Tommy?
I don't know, man. I was already nervous about this game to begin with, and really didn't know what to expect, especially not being able to see a lot of these preseason matches. But woof, you have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I was nervous for this match for two reasons. One, didn't know what to expect. It's opening day. I obviously want to win. And two, I've had Chipotle for the first time in a year, and I'm already starting to feel not great. So lineup plus Chipotle, it's rough. It's a rough 350 on a Saturday.
Which feeling is worse?
Oh, I think it's the lineup right now.
So let's put a pin in that for just a little bit, guys. We don't do this a whole lot. By the way, let me know if you can hear me a little bit better.
You're better.
Cool. We don't do this a whole lot, but we do have some breaking news developing with the last couple of hours here. Matias Galarza-Fonda, who we thought was not coming to Atlanta United. We thought that talks had broken down between Atlanta and I'll say Inter Milan, River Plate. Those talks had broken down. However, Triple G, Herman Garcia Nova, as well as others, including Top Leonard, are reporting that it is a done deal. Matias Galarza-Fonda is coming to Atlanta United on a loan deal with an option to buy. So essentially official by this time, or at this time. The news being reported by very trusted sources at this point in time. The second most famous Fonda to play or to be in Atlanta behind Jane Fonda, gentlemen. That's a little bit before Henry's time. So.
Have you never heard of Jane Fonda before?
No.
Oh,
my
damn
gosh.
it!
Do you know who Ted Turner is?
Yeah.
That Jane Fonda was married to Ted Turner at one point.
Oh,
She's
okay.
an actress.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's true. That's a Atlanta trivia.
There you go. You learn something new every day.
Exactly. But yeah, Galarza-Fonda, new midfield option for Atlanta United. Again, all but official. Just waiting on the club to announce here in the next few days, I would imagine. But he kind of fits the profile of what Tata Martino is looking for: South American, Paraguayan international. So knows Miggy well, has played with Miggy internationally. I'm sure is looking for some form before the World Cup coming up here for Paraguay. So River Plate about to loan, about to initiate this loan to Atlanta United. I would imagine, guys, let me hear your input as well. I would imagine he goes into that number 6. I hear some people, I think Tyler was, I could be wrong, but I hear some people think he could be at the 8, somewhere in the midfield. But if it's the 8, what do you do with Alzate? You see him move out. Do you see William Ba, who has kind of been in poor form over the past couple of years? Do you see him moved off the club? So
it creates a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
Because you have this midfield kind of group. Obviously, Slish is out, so you have Fortune when he comes back. And that's going to be kind of a wild card because you never know how somebody recovers from that kind of injury. And then you have Alzate, who, statistically, I think is still one of the better midfielders, but we got to see if he comes into 2026 the way you hope he does, because he kind of was a big pick last year. Muyumba, I've sat here and said all preseason that he's been really, really solid, but preseason doesn't necessarily fix what's happened over the past couple of seasons. So maybe, I'm not seeing all minutes of training sessions. So who knows what Tata feels about him. Then you got Will Riley sitting there. So, and then Jakob, who's hurt. Yeah. Then you have Thomas Jakob, who really, I think, should be playing as the right back, but has been forced into playing as a 6 and done really good at it. And so I think this just gives you a little bit of opportunity to kind of play around. And you go back to, some of the earlier years. I mean, I hate to throw it back that quickly, but you had a midfield where these guys could step up and they were interchangeable between, kind of central midfield, defensive midfield, kind of box to box, whatever. Like they were very fluid. And the versions of Atlanta that we've seen in the preseason, whatever midfield trio is out there, they're very fluid. They're, working together really well. They play off each other really well. They pick, when one's going to go high, the other two kind of back off a little bit. Like it's been really, really good as far as communication. So you bring in a guy who admittedly looks to be one of the better midfielders in kind of the pool right now in this hemisphere. I think you could throw him in at an 8 or a 6 if you wanted to, but I honestly think the 6 would probably be his primary position.
Yeah, we got Tommy.
Any flexibility, I think, with this midfield with so many questions. I mean, that was the first thing I saw, about him, is that he could pretty much play anywhere. And that's exactly what you need right now with so many pieces we've talked about, saying, how are they going to fit in? Well, we don't know. And obviously, I mean, after seeing this lineup too, it's making me ask even more questions about everything. So getting a guy that could come in that could pretty much play anywhere in the midfield is encouraging.
Yeah. I'm going to try to find out here what the situation is with Amador. Not in the team at all, as we mentioned. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm massive surprise because I don't think, Henry, you were at training. I didn't know if Amador had picked up a knock or anything like that. I don't know if you had seen anything or heard anything.
No, he wasn't even in the availability report yesterday, and he trained on Tuesday fully. He trained on, he didn't train on Tuesday. He trained on Thursday fully. So he should have, in theory, been good to go, but I don't know. I guess something popped up. It's weird, man. It is weird to know kind of exactly what happened, but yeah, this lineup gives me a lot of question marks and a lot of doubt because, frankly, it's a ballsy move against the Cincinnati side. Like, you're not doing this against if you're doing this against like Montreal or Sporting Kansas, who are like absolutely a mess and probably like a spoon contender, I wouldn't be as worried. But you're doing this against second place in the East, so it's got to pay off, right? Tata obviously has a lot of belief in Cooper Sanchez to start him in that midfield, to bench Tristan Muyumba, and to kind of roll out this lineup the way that it is. He obviously trusts Elias Baez because that's a guy that he spoke very highly of on Thursday when I asked him about it. And I guess we're going to see our first look at him and exactly what his fitness level is. I'm interested to see how many minutes he actually plays because, again, he only had a couple of training sessions with the team this week. So, yeah, we're going to find out. We're going to find out the hard way today.
How long has Pedro been gone for?
So he was, wasn't he back in training? He was back in training a few days ago. So I guess is he still waiting on his green card?
He was gone for about a week, a week and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if he's still waiting on his green card. I'm sure he has.
Yeah, I felt like it took a little bit for him, and maybe it's just a thing where, look, it's a long season. He hasn't been around the team for a week and a half. Let's just leave him out and have him get next week ready for San Jose. Like, I feel like that's the easy answer here. I think it would. Still, if you need him, why just not even have him available? But I mean, I don't know.
I think that's kind of what you have to look at with even Moranchuk, because as of a week ago, when I was out there in Dallas, Alexi was still day to day, right? So I don't know that I would look too much into, some of these guys being out. I think Tata Martino is a smart enough coach, obviously, to say, all right, we're not going to sit here and bet the whole farm on the first match of the season, which is an away game. And I would even argue maybe Stian Gregerson's injury history, maybe that fits into that. Or maybe Juan Berrical is just having that good of a preseason. But I thought Gregerson and Mihai have looked really, really good together. But I don't know. I just think it's very interesting. And look, I'm not knocking any of it because, I left Cooper off of any of my predictions because I thought Cooper has been – he's just young. but he's such a good player, and we've had nothing but good things to say about him for a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't even really talk about him too much in my article from Dallas, though I did put in about how Tristan and Luke both mentioned Cooper Sanchez. I think if this is your first time getting an opportunity to see Cooper Sanchez in action, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I really do.
Yeah, but I don't want us to kind of bypass the Moranchuk point. I mean, to not even be in the team, even though he was day to day. Tyler, like you were saying a few weeks ago, and training with the team this week looked like everything.
On Moranchuk or Amador?
Moranchuk.
Well, he's part of the team.
He's on the bench.
Oh, on the bench. I'm sorry, in the bench. So, but I guess. Sorry, let me backtrack on that and say it kind of makes sense because, like you were saying, you want to just kind of ease him in, right? You don't want to take too much of a risk. But he is a starter, and maybe the injury was a little bit more severe than we thought, and maybe Tata doesn't trust Moranchuk's health at this point, where he could start the match. So, but the Amador thing is strange, and again, we'll let you know if we hear more when we hear more.
Is the Gregerson thing weird?
No.
Which
I expected it.
I think that's the least weird out of all of it.
The starting center back pairing for most of the preseason had been Mihai and Berrocal. It feels like even when these two were signed in last summer, the plan was kind of to have both of them starting together. It just makes sense, honestly, and especially because, as we know, Gregerson is prone to like his hamstring exploding or something. So, it's not a surprise to me, honestly.
Yeah, I think they're always starting on Berrocal and Mihai.
I did think it was interesting, real quick, Sydney. I did think it was interesting. They posted the rosters today, and I am 100%, looking into this way too much. It's just interesting the people that they put in the picture. Like, if this is last season, you have Stian on there, right? 100%.
The Matt's on there though, so.
I'm sorry?
Matt Edwards is on there.
I know. That's even more why I'm saying, why isn't Stian in that picture?
I think they just chose 4 guys to put on the picture.
Go look at the rest. Look, all the other.
You're reading way too much into it. Alexi's in the picture for the midfielders, dude.
Yeah, I get him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know I'm looking way too much into this, but I'm just saying. I figured he'd be there.
Yeah.
Maybe he got hurt for picture day. Maybe he was hurt for picture day. That might have been the case.
Maybe. Tinfoil hat mode, like sounds like we're in right now, guys. And it's not even start the match. Before we
says the guy broadcasting from a cavern.
I mean, listen, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's all part of
it. Exactly. Real quick, we are doing a watch along for our patrons. Go to patreon.com/Scars and Spikes. If you aren't a Patreon backer already, sign up. Get a 7-day free trial, $5 a month, $10 a month. Gives you access to our bonus content, our Discord, our training reports that Henry was doing last week. We're looking to do those more here this season. Access to watch-alongs like this going on, starting a little bit later. It's only available to our Patreon backers. So patreon.com/Scars and Spikes. Go there and sign up today. A little bit later on, starting around 9:15, 9:30, we're doing an LAFC Inter Miami watch along on YouTube. So if you're watching on the Scars and Spikes YouTube channel, be sure to come back later on tonight. If you're watching on X, be sure to come back later on tonight. Huge match going on at the LA Coliseum, not the Rose Bowl. I think it's the Rose Bowl. For the better part of a week, but it's the LA Coliseum as LAFC take on Inter Miami. Son and Wonga taking on Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, Clement Berterame. I'm sure we'll be getting his first MLS start. The De Allende, the whole gang will be there for Miami. So huge match, guys. Huge match going on the West.
Super excited. I can't wait for that one. That's gonna be so much fun to watch. But I got to get past this like hurdle of this one because I hope this pays off for Cooper Sanchez. I really hope this works out. I got to throw one thing out there. Jack and Amelia were going to talk in the chat. what's the point of having a DP who isn't starting in a tough away match? I will say this.
That's kind of my point.
But here's the thing. All last year, everybody was like, oh my God, don't start Alexi. Don't do this. Don't do that. I wish the coach had the cojones enough to go ahead and say, no, you're not going to start. And now, like the first match of the season, let's pretend that it's nothing to do with an injury or anything. Y'all should be so happy that the coach is stepping up and saying, no, this is how it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. If Cooper Sanchez looks good, it's a great move by Tata Martino, who knows more about the sport than all four of us combined. If it doesn't work out, they'll have to answer for it. But again, Tyler, like you were saying, it just speaks to the trust he has at Cooper in this situation against one of the top teams in MLS, a team that could challenge for the Shield in a world without Inter Miami. So interested, we'll be keeping all eyes on Cooper Sanchez today in Cincinnati at TQL Stadium. Any closing thoughts by you guys before?
Rest in peace, South Georgia Tormenta.
Oh
Yeah, poor Jackson, man.
I'm so.
So it sounds like they'll be back in 2027, but still, just a difficult situation there in South Georgia and Statesboro. But hopefully they're bounce back.
Can I just say something real quick? It's a small thing, but at the same time, it's something that pisses me off. The new lineup graphic. If the Atlanta United social media admin is out there for some reason watching this, I just want you to know, I hate the lineup graphic. I have a problem when soccer social media people put the lineup graphic like that, where it's just like the pictures in the order of I think it's number order even, which pisses me off even more.
These are Henry's views, not ours.
It's not even positional. like last year where you actually showed where they were on the field, like that was peak.
Yeah.
You had it and then you tried to fix it and you just broke it. Okay, so can we just go back? Can we this we don't need this. Okay, go back to the actual lineup thing, please.
Let the hate fill you. Let the hate fill you, Henry.
Thank you.
So Henry's views, not.
I felt the exact same way when I saw this.
You know, how much do you like it though? For real, Sydney. I'm
Me?
curious.
I don't mind.
You like it over the kind of like the actual like lineup type thing?
I would prefer it lined up. We're in their position, but I mean, this isn't bad. It's not terrible.
What would you rank this out of 10?
7.
Really?
7,
Lucas
8.
Hoyos. That's what I would rank it.
Wow.
No.
I would give this a 3 out of 10. I hate it.
High as it is.
Harsh.
I mean,
What
okay,
about
fine.
you?
To be fair, I like the frames for it, and I think it looks nice.
Yeah.
It's just that I would prefer it to be in the actual lineup, especially like maybe we don't need it because we know these players and more or less what positions they're going to play. But if you have someone that's new to the game and new to the team and trying to follow it, and they see that, how are they supposed to know where these players are going to play?
Just know the guy wearing the different color kit is either the head coach or the goalkeeper. That's all you got to worry.
Any final thoughts, Tommy?
I want to change my prediction. I had a 1-1 draw.
Nah, dude. 3-1 now.
3-1 loss?
No.
3-1 win? Oh, boy.
Let's ride.
Is that a serious prediction? Or?
No.
Alexi comes on as the sub and scores the game-winning goal.
I don't hate it.
Alexi is subbed on just for a long-range kick from the top of the box.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just outside the box. Give him the ball right there
Yeah.
at his left foot, and there you go. That's your game winner.
Yeah.
Cooper Sanchez with the assist.
Yes.
The spaces are going to be crazy for this one. I know it. It's either going to be so positive or insanely what the hell just happened,
Right.
and there's no middle. There's zero middle here.
Yeah, I agree.
All gas, no brakes. Let's go.
Exactly.
Because someone cut the brakes.
Hit the gas until I see the checkered flag or God, one or the other.
Spaces, like Tommy mentioned right after the match, Tommy will be hosting 3 takeaways. We'll have that. Again, the watch along for Patreon backers only, patreon.com/Stars and Spikes. And then the LAFC Inter Miami watch along, like around 9:25, 9:30ish will start. That's on YouTube and X. So yeah, come back for that. Stay tuned. Plenty of coverage on social media of this match, of course, all season long. We're happy with the season 10 of Atlanta United, and hopefully it is their best season yet.